Am I overreacting? My husband doesn't believe our 4-month-old is his and asked for a paternity test. Mm. My husband, 29, and I, 22, have been together for 2 years now and officially married for one. For some context, he is Pakistani, dark eyes, dark skin, and hair. I am white, blue eyes, light brown hair, pale. So, of course, our child was going to be a mix of features. I think maybe he assumed that he would mainly look like him, but when our son was born, he was purplish color with dark hair, which is actually what I looked like when I was born, too. He was so in love with him, very much an attentive father, and his favorite thing in the world was to rush into our flat and see him after work. It's been 4 months since he was born. His dark hair fell out and now is growing in blonde. He has blue eyes and light skin. These past few weeks, he has been very distant towards him, not as excited, and just more in his thoughts. I finally figured out why last night. He frankly asked if I cheated on him, and I told him of course not, and then he kept yelling at me saying I was lying. I asked him why he thought this way, and he said that it was because he looked nothing like him. Facially, my son has a lot of his features, his eye shape and nose, but because he has lighter coloring, he is saying I cheated. In the argument last night, he referred to him as my son, not our son.
Mm.
Honestly, I've never been more hurt in my life. I started crying, saying he was his son, and saying I cheated on him was unforgivable. I would never have suggested I cheated on him if I were in his position. He then said he wanted a paternity test, and if he found out I cheated on him, we were getting divorced. I told him this whole thing was asinine, that some babies get darker as they grow up, and I was white haired until I was 4. He just wouldn't listen to me. I just feel extremely betrayed that he would ever think that I cheated on him. So even if we do a paternity test, which he wanted to do tomorrow, I feel like the trust in our relationship is gone. I guess I want some perspective. Do you think he was right for asking for a paternity test? Is it right that I feel our relationship won't be the same regardless of the results, which I know will come back with him as the father? I just don't know what to think. This is my first time posting on Reddit, so sorry for formatting mistakes.
I have an assumption that it might be something to do with his culture, but I think he just expected his son to look like him, and since he doesn't, he's just not happy. And I mean, unless there was questions before, this is kind of foul to be asking your wife for a paternity test. Um,
Especially
I don't
because
know.
he's probably still, not probably still, I mean, I'm sure his complexion is still
It doesn't
darker.
matter. You can be any shade,
That's true. That's true.
especially if you're ethnic.
Hmm.
Like,
You can be any shade.
yeah, you can be any shade.
And
So
the blue eyes, um, it's funny, blue eyes usually come out, and just from my experience with my family, they come out in your firstborn for some reason. It's weird because my first nephew and my first niece both have blue eyes, and neither one of their parents have blue eyes. My dad does. Isn't that weird? And I didn't even know my dad had blue eyes until then.
that's weird.
I'm serious. My entire life, I told people my eyes were shit brown like my dad's, and his eyes are blue. I guess I never looked him in the eye. He was scary. But yeah, I don't. Where do you go from here though? Where do you go? Because
I don't know.
that's.
Because he doesn't trust you, obviously. And now
Mm-mm.
you're just like, well, if you don't trust me, then what are we doing?
And then when he finds out the baby's his, like, what is he gonna do? I'm sorry.
She's gonna say, why'd you even question me? And he's gonna say, because the baby didn't look like me. With no context, with no real reason. It's just messed up.
Mm-hmm.
So, I
Yeah.
don't know. Crazy.